our next speaker is Evita of La Vita Loca 34. So Evita will be sharing on how to show up for your partners and yourself when you experience envy in a polyamorous relationship. So lots of talks today about like managing emotions. So I'm really looking forward to this one, Evita. Okay, I will unmute you and I will spotlight you. There we go. When you're ready.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well? Um, so yes, I look like Beetlejuice. I'm going somewhere after this. So, so y'all get some polyamory advice from Beetlejuice today. Also free Palestine. I'm very excited to be here and to be a part of this. And I am going to be speaking on how to deal with envy and the specific envy that I'm actually going to be talking about, because I feel like the strength of my work comes in me actually sharing about my experiences and the things that I'm actually going through. And so currently, what I'm experiencing in my non-monogamy is dealing with a lot of envy as it relates to my partners having these vibrant sexual lives and dating others and developing new relationships and falling for new people. And my dating life currently is kind of dry. That's intentional. I'm not really trying. But it doesn't make the envy go away. And so having to show up to being supportive and compersive and all of those things. And I'm definitely not one of those people that believes you have to have compersion, but being supportive of my partner's interactions with other people while they also produce in me like this sense of longing that I don't have a relationship life that is as vibrant as I would like it to be. And so it makes it very acute when I'm hearing about their experiences with other people. And so the first thing that I kind of want to say is allow yourself the space to feel what you feel, which has been a theme running through here. Is it's okay to feel envious. It's okay to wish that your poly was popping the way your partner's poly is. Like that's an okay feeling. It's a normal feeling to have. It doesn't make you a bad polyamorous partner. It doesn't mean that you're a hater. It just means that you're a human being. I think the next thing to do is to talk to your partners about it if you feel that it's necessary. Sometimes we just kind of, can process things on our own. But if you feel like it's necessary, have a conversation with your partner, but try to do so in such a way to where you are not making them feel bad about their other relationships. It's just saying like, hey, I'm really excited for you that you've got this thing going on. And also, I'm noticing that it's producing in me these feelings of envy. I'm feeling less than, I'm feeling rejection, I'm feeling like, I don't understand why I'm not as popular, as you are. And can you just remind me that, I'm an attractive person, that my time will come, etc. I also want to acknowledge or say too that you should try to have friends that you can bring this to. This should not be something that you are only processing with your partner, because as much as our partners loves us and as much as our partners want to be there for us, this is not something that they can be there for us objectively. So it can sometimes cause them to feel bad about themselves, or them to feel like they don't want to share as much because they don't want us to feel bad. And so I think it's really important that we also have other people that we can go to talk about these feelings and to share these feelings with. So we're not processing all of this stuff with our partners, because, sometimes it pings up against their things. I also want to acknowledge we can't have a conversation about this without having a conversation about desirability politics. Desirability politics are absolutely a real thing. And there are times when you may be in a relationship, so multiple relationships with people where the desirability politics are not stacked in the same way. And that's real. So, it's not just, well, you just need to get out there more sometimes. Oh, you just need to, go on these different dating apps, or, sometimes there's a very real imbalance to who we deem worthy of desire, especially in the context of who we're in relationships with. And so it's not just all in your head, that your partner may be more popular than you are. There are actual real world concepts that contribute to, who gets solicited and who doesn't. And those things need to be acknowledged. Um, and then I also want to say that resource your life so that you're not. One of the things that have been really helpful for me actually in this is learning how to decenter romantic connection as the pinnacle kind of connection that I'm seeking. So it's the number one thing. I would feel like if I went to a poly event and I didn't walk away with somebody that I was excited about, or somebody that I got their number because I was trying to go on a date with, I would feel like it was a failure. And that showed to me is that I center romantic connection as the pinnacle form of connection for me. And so part of my like needing to or help with myself with being envious is how am I resourcing my life so that I am just, seeking connection in general? What are my friendships like? What are my acquaintanceships like? Like, what is community like for me? And so that way, even if I am feeling like I don't have necessarily the romantic connections that I have, I don't feel lonely, because I do have people that I can say I do have love. It may not be in the particular package that I want it to be in, but it is present in my life. And so that is important. If you're on the other side of this and your partner is the one that is expressing this envy around the connections that you have with other people, oh, I had one last thing to say. It is absolutely okay to limit the amount of information that you get from your partners about their connections with other people. And it is also okay to limit your access to their other relationships. So if you're like, I just do not have the emotional ability to be around you and all of your booze right now, it is totally okay for you to name that. Okay. And say, you know what, I can't do that right now. That does not make you a bad polyamorous person, or that does not make you a bad polyamorous person. If you tell your partner, I only have the capacity for logistical information about your interactions with other people, and I kind of don't want a ton of details because it's impacting my emotional health, you absolutely get to say that. If you are a person who your partner is the one that is struggling with this, number one, just validate that they're a desirable person. Number two, set boundaries around like, them processing that with you. Especially if they're doing so in a way that feels antagonistic or hostile towards your relationships with other people. Also, resist the urge to offer dating advice. Okay, like if they ask for it, absolutely, but resist the urge to offer dating advice. Well, you just need to do this. You just need to put yourself out there. You know, they need to find their own way through dating and relationships in a way that works for them. And your job is just to kind of be supportive, allow them the space to have their feelings. Like I said, also draw boundaries around, like, when you've reached your limit of processing with them. But mostly it's just to reassure them that they're a desirable person and that their time will come. And don't shy away from meeting their feelings because they make you feel bad or they make you feel guilty. It is your job to manage your own guilt. And so that is not their job. It's not their job to stifle and suppress their feelings so you don't feel guilty for, having a polyamorous life that is vibrant. But mainly just be supportive, maintain your boundaries around the processing with them, reassure them that they're a desirable person. And then also refrain from offering dating advice if they're not asking for it, because that can sometimes cause conflict. And so that is all I have. Thank you so much for coming here, for donating Free Palestine, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.